Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dudes of all teenagers, I hope that the actual game shows up here very soon. I don't know why it wouldn't. There we are. There we are. Wonderful. Welcome back. We are back with another episode of the Fallout 4 Settlement build series. As you can see, I've done a little bit of beautification. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. When I was building out this this road section for the continuation of Jamaica Plains, I knew that I wanted to integrate some greenery, and I found these awesome pieces of brick somewhere here in Snappy Builds. It was Snappy Builds landscaping, retaining wall, sidewalks. Yes, it's what's it called? Floor tree circle. There we go. RWP sidewalk floor tree circle. Very boring and long-winded name. The gist of it is that I get to turn street intersections into places that I can put trees, which is really fun. Really fun. We're definitely going to do more beautification. I imagine I'm going to do a lot of it on stream, just not today. I wanted to get these trees out of the way because, I mean, they're the biggest trees in the area. They're a bit of a problem to place overall. So, you know, just need to sort of get them out of the way. But today, we are focused on two major things I want to do. I want to build a library, and I want to begin, hopefully finish, but if we can't, at least begin the construction of a restaurant. Yeah, so that's basically all we've got planned for today. Well, thank you very much for the compliment, Al. Nice to have you back. Nice to have you back. It's really it's the perfect implementation. The perfect implementation. It really fits the aesthetic. You know, when you go back and look at all kinds of artwork, colonial era artwork, you'll see just really how involved greenery was in the beautification of city life, and how it was very integral to the overall community, to the point where certain crops, especially cash crops, would be grown in as many places as possible. One of my favorite stories is about the discovery of tobacco, and how they realized not only how awesome tobacco was as a plant, but also that it could be grown basically anywhere. So they grew it on the sides of their streets and along as many dirt plots as they possibly could, because of how resilient the plant was. But yeah, greenery's always been a very important thing when you look at the colonial lifestyle. So it only made sense that I brought it into the rebuild of Jamaica Plains under the Minutemen. But yes, today we have a restaurant to build and a library. I'm going to start with the library because I imagine that will be the easier of the two things to build. And we'll put the library up here next to the school. Why? If the school has a library, would I need to do that? No particular reason. I just have more space to build in these plots than I do in any of the locations that I would have otherwise built the library. All these big plots here need to be reserved for housing and for other shops. So that's just what it's going to be. But we have a library to build, so we're going to go Snappy Builds. Of course, we're turning to Shell Kit, our favorite. We're going to use Classic and Shared Parts Theme 3, because I don't have enough dark brick buildings here, and I really like it. Really like my dark brick buildings. But first, let's see which is going to be the entryway, because it will be one. It will be two. Yeah, it will be one of these two that we build for. I think we'll go with this front one. It's farther from the turrets, and you know how you know how libraries can be about noise complaints. All right. So we're going to need some big windows. We're going to need some big window sections. I really wish that that I was able to use the church kit for this. Why? Because like I used previously with the church kit, I can use the really cool tall window pieces. Like these guys. Or probably these. Yeah, probably these ones. You can use the really cool tall window pieces here. The difficulty being I can't put any wallpapers on the interior of these pieces. And yeah, as we look back that way, still lots of lag. Lots of lag in that direction, although I have not dropped any frames. That is the performance of the game. That is not an internet connection issue. Yeah, it would be very nice because I like the idea of a window having, you know, very large, or rather a library having very large windows. But here we are. All right. The entryway, I think, would make the most sense for us to place it here. Now, I could have gone for a bookstore instead of a library, and if I went with a bookstore, I could, you know, use some of the commercial kit, glass sets, and everything. But library just kind of seemed a little bit more of a logical option. That way, the community would equally have access to the books, so long as, you know, the book was in stock or whatever. Just because bookstores themselves, as like a mass thing, bookstores did not become a particularly popular thing for a while. Bookstores were rather rare. Why did I get rid of that part? Bookstores became were at the time, and certainly aesthetically for what we would be going for today, even with the apocalypse and everything, bookstores would be rather rare because so many of them would have been destroyed for heating purposes, or really just for wanton destruction, according to the way that that Bethesda chooses to run Fallout. Here's what we'll do. Oh, come on. I want to go with that, and I want this, yes. Wonderful. I've also got some other house designs I'm playing around with. As you can see, I did go ahead and build out that second townhouse sort of build. I think I'm gonna go for a brownstone look as well for a couple of them. I'm playing around with some things. We'll see how it all turns out. I don't know yet. Now, what's important is this library will have, this will be, you know, more than one story. Plenty of room to place a lot of bookshelves. And thankfully, most of the bookshelf decoration will just be handled on its own. For as difficult, or rather tedious as a process like that can be. That'll do. I don't want to get rid of and replace that whole foundation piece Only because this is not just this one face. Alright, so you walk in over here. We'll have this be the this be reception, where you can check in and check out. We'll have the stairs over here, which I think I will go for the Deco Kit corner stairs. I don't use Deco Kit too often, but I do enjoy the corner stairs from Deco Kit. I'll go with brown corner stairs. Clean ones, of course. Wonderful. Gives us perfect access to the second floor. And I don't know if we're going to go 2 or 3 floors. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Probably 2, but if I could justify 3 floors, we'll go 3 floors. Alright, let's get these corners placed. Got lots to do, and I would like to spend most of my time on the restaurant. I did, however, yesterday say that we would work on a library, so I'm gonna of course hold myself to that. Okay, you know what? If we went with 3 floors, then the top floor could be dedicated just to reading spaces. You know, quiet reading spaces, stuff like that. So I think 3 floors might be the play. Yeah, 3 floors might be the play. All right. Now, you might be wondering, what wallpaper are we going to use for this library space? The safe bet would be to go with the same wallpaper I used for the courtrooms and for the school library, which would be the sort of wood paneling wallpaper. One of the 2 wood paneling wallpapers, but we'll see. We'll see. Let's try and figure out. Yeah, so this is probably the one I would go for. That would be my first pick. It's warm. It's rustic. It's a very quiet wallpaper. It's not a loud wallpaper. What does that mean? It doesn't distract from the environment. It kind of blends into the environment. It creates a warm, welcoming, quiet space. So I would probably do something like this, but I guess we'll see. We'll see what else we have access to. I'm looking forward to eventually using this wallpaper. The only reason I have yet to do so is because this is a vault wallpaper. As you can see with all the metal lines and everything, this is for vault walls. So I'm not going to touch that until we go ahead and build 88 University, which will happen eventually. Yeah, a lot of these are very loud. They're great for homes. They help to brighten up the area, and they have their own very welcoming feel to them. But it's not the same kind of welcoming atmosphere. Now this could work if only, you know, if not for the fact that it's a very expensive looking, very velvet texture wallpaper. I don't think a public library would have something like this for a multitude of reasons, but mostly because it would be expensive and difficult to upkeep if there was any, you know, wear and tear. It certainly is a very quiet wallpaper, though. It's refined, you know? It's very refined, it's very regal. It's just not what we're looking for. And we've got all of our concrete and cinder block wallpapers. We've got our marbles. I think all of our marble wallpapers would be a little too, once again, just a little too immaculate. And not that it actually affects the way that the game world works, but it certainly seems to me like these would be very bad at dampening noise. We've got lots of tiles. We will eventually, of course, have to build a bathroom, probably somewhere on the 3rd floor. We've got the metal wallpapers, and then we've got our standard plasters. Okay, I certainly could get away with using one of our standard plasters other than white, and going with the wood trim on it. green would be better than blue. They're both calming colors, but the green just sort of fits a library aesthetic more than blue does. I can't put my finger on why. It just kind of does. But I think instead of that, I'm gonna go with the wood paneling. There's just so many things working in favor of the wood paneling, it would be difficult for me not to. Look at me talk about this. I'm talking about this like I'm on some HGTV show or something. All right. Wonderful. And we've just got all of the half-wall pieces to fill in. All right. So, yeah, I was on just a little bit before we started today in order to go ahead and, you know, place those trees as well as work on a couple of minor changes. For instance, I put wallpaper on the interior wall of the doorway for the weapons store, because unlike the armor store that has the windows next to the door, the weapons store has brick wall pieces. So I went ahead and made sure that the wallpaper matched. All right. Yeah, I think that's pretty good for the application of everything. Although, now that I'm thinking about this, I don't know why this is just something I'm thinking about now, but it is. When I place down the actual bookshelves, let's see how this looks. Let's see how this works. We're gonna go furniture, shelves, mods. All right. We'll use this guy. And I place him down. Okay, so you would be taller than about halfway on the window. I think that's fine. I think that would work for the space. Yeah. Okay. How does that look from the outside? All right. It's doable. It's doable. Now, if I were to stack one on top of you, yeah, that's where the problem comes in. Okay, so the third floor, and what if the second and third floor? Well, no, I would still need to make a separate third floor. The third floor, however, could have an interesting roof design. Yeah, we might do that. We might have an interesting, different roof design for the third floor. Okay. All right, well, that certainly works. We're going to start with this guy, work from the center out. Make sure everything's all lined up here. Now, why am I being so specific about this and picking it up and placing it twice? Because if I don't, then that gap stays in between the shelves. I'd like the shelves all to be continuous, if at all possible. Now that's going to be different for these walls here because, well, how am I going to get to the books in the back corner if it all wraps around together? But, you know, I still like the aesthetic. The aesthetic is still very, very nice. Okay. Right, so on this wall, we're going to start with... I can't believe I actually made it for that close twice. Okay. It's not bad. What I want is to make sure that there's enough room here, so I think I'll probably have the dividing line be the actual split in the wall pieces. I'll have that be the dividing line for this. And we'll work from there. All right, and for this first floor, at the very least, we don't want to, you know, we want to make sure that there's plenty of room for people to use the stairs or to access any of the other bookshelves here. Second floor onwards, it becomes, you know, a little bit less of a problem. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna leave this gap back here. You would leave a one bookshelf gap there. I get the feeling I probably want to move these back a bit, don't I? Alright, come on, let's get these guys all in order. Occasionally it just doesn't click on the thing I want it to click on. For no particularly good reason either, you know? It just happens. Alright, so... for the next set... because I do want there to be a next set. Is that where... ah. Okay. That's about where I want that. However, of course, not directly in front of this section, because this is where the librarian will be. So I will just make sure to go ahead and move these guys along the system. Come on. Okay, seriously? There we go. Okay, we'll have the back wall match, though. Yeah, we'll do our best to have the back wall match here. Again, up to a point. Alright, good. We're definitely going to get rid of these two center ones here. We're going to keep this guy here on the corner. Yep, okay. Alright. Now, once we've built out the table, I'll see about maybe adding back in a couple bookcases. I don't know. Probably not, but we'll see. We'll see. Alright, next we want furniture counters wood. Now, which side do I want blocked off? Probably this side. The side facing or the side closest to the door. Probably want that side blocked off, so we'll grab one of you. And one of you. figure out how we're going to place them. We'll go for that. Ah, ha ha ha. That would be the problem, wouldn't it? That would be the problem. All right then. Well, here's what we can do. We'll grab it like that. Then we'll grab our corner. We'll place you over there. Okay, that should be just enough room for someone to walk back here. Okay. Yeah, this is kind of the kind of the problem here. I could get rid of this. I could absolutely get rid of this bookcase, and then we wouldn't have the problem. But I do like having the bookcase there. So first, we're gonna go 500. Just get you completely out of the way. See what we can do with that. Wonderful. We still have all the component parts there. Now we've just got a narrower section. More people can walk around it. Okay, good. Good. Right. Well, and with that, we'll go ahead and we'll decorate some of the stuff down here. No, that would be in Homemaker. Yes, Homemaker, Power, Miscellaneous. That's where we'll find our first friend here. Oh, come on. Okay, here we go. There we go. All right, we've got that guy taken care of. Now we'll go on over settlement markers. Let's grab ourselves the furniture and typing scaver. The middle shelves. Sorry, I'm just reading your message now, Al. I'm not sure if I remember what you're talking about with the middle shelves. I don't think I ever got a chance to play the yeah, I probably wouldn't have had a chance to. Probably wouldn't have had a chance to play the PS1 Harry Potter game. I apologize. I apologize. Jeez. I am not on the ball today. I apologize for not knowing the reference there. I do not intend to make you feel old. There we go. Now we'll just go ahead and decorate this with all the other things that we usually put on here. We need a fan, we need some, we need an ashtray, we need all the things. All the things here. Because most of this building is just going to be a lot of bookshelves. It's not a particularly difficult building into detail, which is why I wanted to get it out of the way. We will have a telephone, but only one, and it's right up here at the front. We'll have a check-in, check-out system. Grab a piece of paper. There we go. $26. Yeah, no, that's not old at all. I mean, I'm 23, so yeah. No, that's fair. That's fair. But yeah, I never had a PlayStation 1. The first console I had, and this was my parents were thankfully very strict about regulating the kinds of games and how often my brother and I were able to play them. First gaming system I remember having was the Wii, and that was... When did I get that? That would have been... Oh, when did Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga came out? That's the year that I got the Wii, and that was the first thing I had. But even then, only was allowed to play it on the weekends. And when weekends, summer, birthdays, and holidays. Those were the only times, which sounds like a lot of times, but that's like, I don't know, maybe 10% of the year. I don't know. But it was very nice. It was very fun, and realistically, probably a good thing that I wasn't allowed to be on the computer or on the Wii all of the time, every day. Anytime I wasn't in school, you know? Probably a good thing. Yeah, that is an absolute classic. I love Lego Star Wars. I enjoyed but was disappointed with the Skywalker saga. Partially because I have no love for the sequels in general, but also I feel like you lose a lot without like a lot of the fun of the replayability of Star Wars games, or just Lego games in general, is that you can create your own custom characters, and also the fact that that they had to add in a feature that allowed you to use mumble mode, but it didn't act like classic Lego mumble mode, where you still had to tell the same story, but you couldn't use any dialogue, and so you had to come up with creative ways. Instead, it's just not the same. It's just not the same. They still had the subtitles of, oh, it's the lines that are being spoken. They just said it in gibberish, and that's not the same kind of thing. That's not actually mumble mode. That's just that's just baby gibberish. And I miss classic Lego mumble. Makes it sound like I don't like the game. The game was a fun game. It was a very fun game. There are just aspects of Lego games that I miss. Yeah, we had very limited violence in our video games for a while, and then I got into middle school, and my parents let up on that stuff. Yeah, my parents let up on that stuff, and if they let up on it for me, they let up on it for my younger brother. So he certainly got a little bit of a cheat code, which is to say, as long as my older brother's allowed to do it. But yeah, that was fun. But as soon as we were allowed to play violent video games, I jumped full in. I was in. I got deep into Assassin's Creed, obviously the Arkham games, like as many cool violent games as I could. Just violence for the sake of violence in games was never really a thing I cared about. But violence that actually improved the cool factor of the game, that's where it's at, man. That's where it's at. I think that's one of the things that a lot of, rated M for mature games kind of falter today, is there's a lot of them out there that just decide, isn't it cool and funny that we can say bad words and that we can have language and violence? Sure, but unless it's done well, it's not very fun. It doesn't mean anything unless you can do it well. Ooh, yes, we will use a bulletin board for sure. Put a bulletin board over here. Come on. Man, the lag for this. Oof. That'll do. That'll do. Alright. I also want a couple of the cardboard boxes. I'll leave them closed. Just to be like, hey, look, more books that have come in that need to be categorized and everything. I'll have one underneath the desk and one on top. Okay. And I think that will be all for this section down here. On the third floor, I'll add a couple things. You know, I'll put in some water. Well, I can put a water cooler down here, but you know, like a coffee maker, bathrooms and stuff. That will all be on the third floor. Let's go for that water cooler though. But yeah, I was saying, video games that are violent for the sake of being violent, that doesn't really like do anything for me. If the violence is integral to the gameplay and the story, then okay, I understand that. Like you can't have a Batman game where he's not a good martial artist. You can't have a Batman game where he's not where he doesn't have gadgets and where he doesn't have to beat up some criminals, because that's how he gets the job done. You shouldn't have an Assassin's Creed game where assassination isn't part of the game. You shouldn't have an Assassin's Creed game that doesn't have assassination. You shouldn't have a Grand Theft Auto game that does not include stealing cars. It's kind of in the name. But as long as it is integral to the gameplay and the story and isn't just done for the sake of, isn't this cool and edgy that we do this? Then, you know, I've got no problems with it. It's just got to make sense. It's just got to make sense. But I've gone on for hours about games making and not making sense, and stories in general. Okay. Let's see here. I think this is good for the first floor. Yeah. I guess I don't need you right now, so I'll put you away, and we'll put in the floors. Just like another media doesn't mean nothing. No, exactly. Exactly. If it's just injected into a story because whoever is writing the story or making the product thinks that it should be there, that's not a good enough reason for it to be there. That's not a good enough reason at all. It should make sense no matter what it is. And if you can make it make sense, then people aren't gonna be complaining about it, because okay, you did it well. Cool. Good for you. It will in fact probably be held up as an example of a great way to do the thing, whatever that thing happens to be, instead of criticized. I was reading it aloud. I realized that's one of the things I should probably do, is when someone sends in a message, I shouldn't just quietly read it to myself. I should read it out, because you're taking the time to engage. I should make sure that your point is made clear. Not to me, of course, but, you know, to anyone else who might be watching. I'm not at all trying to steal what you say. No, this isn't, this is not a React stream. I'm not just here to steal content. This isn't the Fine Bros trying to copyright the term React. Remember when that happened? Oh man, remember when the Fine Bros thought that they could copyright the word React? And they got upset when people made better reaction content than them? Oh man, some of just the dumbest stuff. I miss old YouTube drama. I miss old YouTube drama that was like, oh yeah, we're copywriting the word React, or something like that. YouTube drama used to be funny. Now it's either allegations of extremely serious things, or just nonsensical, boring stuff that someone is just big mad that someone else does better. Like that whole attempted cancellation of Wendigoon. I don't know. Okay, I don't know if any of my viewers are also fans of Wendigoon. I would hope so. I love his content. All his stuff is really, really well done. And is definitely some of the kind of stuff I would like to make at some point once I've got the time to. But there was an attempted cancellation of him twice this year. Once by both times by YouTubers who don't actually make great stuff, but once by H Bomber Guy, who I guess at one point had a big name. I don't know. He was never my cup of tea. I always found him to be a little bit ad hominem in a lot of his criticisms of things. But then also in Praise of Shadows, who I never watched his stuff. And both of the criticisms came down to this guy believes things that I don't and makes better content than me. I'm upset at him. You know, okay, to be fair, one of the criticisms was about plagiarism, but was very clearly completely unfounded. But it was just really funny how bad it was. It was really funny. I know that it was already sunny out, but in case it was about to not be, which happens on occasion, I wanted to make sure it stayed that way. Okay, so for the second floor, how are we going to do this? I think for the second and third floors, what I'm going to do... Oh, that would be interesting. I know I just started a sentence and didn't finish it. Sorry. Let's see here. I'm not going to cover that up. No, that wouldn't work. For the second and third floors, what I would like to do is to have them kind of technically be one continuous floor, except that I have like a balcony section on the interior. I'd like something like that. We'll see. We don't have a ton of space to work with here. And this isn't Minecraft, where I can use very small block dimensions to achieve the same effect. So we'll see what's possible here. Yeah, we'll be putting a reading room in on the third floor, or something akin to that. So I just won't really have much of a chance to do any of that stuff for the third floor. You know, any of the balcony stuff, I won't have much of a chance to do that. And having a building taller than 3 floors with the materials that we're using, it doesn't make a lot of sense for me to do. At least not with the aesthetic that we've got here, so I'm probably just going to stop at 3 floors. Yeah, I mean, the town hall gets away with it, but that's because that's because I was refurbishing an already existing building, and the top floor is basically all just metal framework. Yeah, I think 3 floors should be the max. And then, of course, the church, which is another one of the renovated buildings. Yeah, I think we're gonna stick with 3 floors here as the maximum height for buildings in this town. I've got, you know, 2 corners to put in. I gotta put one in over here. There we go. Alright, is that all my corners? Yeah, wonderful. Okay. So next, more window pieces. Come on. I'll go ahead and put the stairs in for the 3rd floor, where we're going to have the most differences. That would be Deco Kit. Yes, 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 yes. Deco Kit stairs. Wonderful. I can still go up and down from this side? Yes. Okay, good. Good. I'll put in what are they? It's the railing. That's what it is. I'll put in the railing here. It would look really, really cool, but where would I mean, the whole thing I'm trying to figure out now is where would I go ahead and put in the bathrooms and any quiet study spaces. Where would I go and do that? That's sort of my biggest concern. And try as I might, I have not been able to find any dome pieces that would, fit a large enough space inside of the inside of any of these building mods I've got here. Haven't been able to. As cool as that would be, and I agree, that would be really, really solid. Simply haven't been able to find anything that would be complementary. Alright, we're going to go with the same wood paneling for the wallpaper. We're going to work on the windows first. Most of the walls here are the window pieces. There we go. And you might think, wait, that's not how that works. There's eight half wall pieces. But that means that there's 4. With these being half wall pieces, that would actually mean that they're just 4 walls. And so the other 6 wall pieces that we have to work with are the windows. I don't know, you guys are pretty smart though. That's probably not a complaint you guys had. That was probably me imagining a fake complaint. And just these guys. Beautiful. Okay, so how are we going to do this? Very simple. We're gonna click on you. We're gonna increase your height by 1 floor piece. And we're gonna snap another one in your place. Yeah, I mean, I wish that there weren't building limits like I wish there weren't building limits about domes and stuff like that, but there's just not any building materials I've got for that. That would be really cool. A dome would work very well in this space. That is a great suggestion. It's simply not in the cards. All right, but you know what might be in the cards here? Yeah, that would work. It would work. There's no particularly good reason it couldn't work. if the third floor uses all of this space up to the end of this block here, and I continue that, I continue this wall, one congruous continuous wall piece here, then I can just stack these bookshelves up. That would be nice. I can do that 2 more times. That would look pretty cool. That would look very cool. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. That would work wonderfully. Nice. Oh, I have also figured out what game I will be streaming when I'm taking my 1 or 2 stream break from Fallout after we finish our Jamaica Plain stuff. GTA recently released a new DLC. I want to see if it's good or not. Chances are probably not great, to be completely fair. But the premise at least is interesting, and there might be some cool vehicles. Who knows? Who knows? Could be worth it. We'll see. We'll see. Just something to go ahead and break up some of the continuity of the Fallout stuff, just so that I can, you know, get a short break. Just a short break for myself. Nothing at all against the Settlement build series. I've been very fortunate to have been able to commit to it for such a long time, and have had a very have found some very cool success thanks to you guys. I'm going to need a short break before I begin the next Settlement. Get the feeling this wasn't as well aligned as No, it wasn't. Okay. That's fine. Here's what we'll do. All right, nice. Now we'll go back in and add all these guys. At least that way I know that it is properly on the XY axis. Alright, that'll do. That'll do nicely. Oh no, NCR Ranger Bravo. What kind of bad news you got? What's going on? Oh no, your 4th of July is canceled? That is terrible. That is absolutely horrible. What canceled it? If I might ask, you know, if it's not too personal. Ah, damn. That sucks. That sucks. And to answer your question, Al, we do not have a ladder mod. We do not. Is that my screen, or is that on the stream? Can you guys see? Were you able to see that flashing light? I hope not. I hope not, because that means it was just an on-stream in-game thing for me, and not a power issue like we had the other night, which would not be fun. But in case that is the problem, I'm gonna do a quick save here right now. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna jump back in. All right. Yeah, sorry, Ranger, that does suck. That does suck quite a lot. I wish there was something we could do to help, but that's the nature of things sometimes, man. I'm sure you know that. I don't need to tell you that. That's probably not the most helpful piece of information you could be given right now. Yeah, sorry, man. That really sucks. All right, now for the 3rd floor, we're gonna go ahead and cut it off here. We'll get to that in just a second. First, of course, we got to put in the floor and all kinds of stuff. we got lights to do as well, of course. There we go. Shell kit, floors, clean. Yeah, we're gonna need this extra set of room here so that I can put a bathroom back here and we can have plenty of reading space. But this wall will continue up to the end of our 3rd floor here. Okay, I caught it that time. It's definitely the ceiling light I've got here. These ceiling lights are certainly older anyway. It's probably about time that they get replaced. Just another thing I gotta let the landlords know about. Wonderful. Here's what we'll do for this wall this time around. Not going to be a perfect fit, but it's going to work. That's kind of what I need it to do. Yeah, that way that the bathroom can be one contained unit. No issues there. And I'm not going to worry about, you know, multiple bathrooms or segregated bathrooms or anything of the sort. And I don't mean, you know, that kind of segregated. You know what I mean. I'm just going to put in I'm just going to put in one bathroom unit here. It'll have all the things. All right, we want shell kit, ledges, That's true. That is true. That I did choose that word. I guess gendered bathrooms would have been the term, but that's also kind of a stupid term, in my opinion. That's also not really a term I think about very often, and it would have just been a little too clunky to say, you know, separate them by male and female, because everyone knows what I mean. So why, like, the point of being that specific kind of becomes entirely useless. But you are right. That was not the best choice. Oh man, as funny as it was for me, that was not the best choice. I'm sure it'll be on some sort of compilation clip that tries to cancel me in 5 years or something. We'll see. We'll see. How are we going on time here? We are almost halfway through our stream. Okay. Okay, interesting. Interesting that it's taking us this much time to get this done. But okay. I mean, the bathroom should probably take us the most time out of all these, realistically. But I guess we'll see. And there we go. And one more wall piece here. I completely agree. Reading the chat right now, I 100% agree with Al the Tea God. Absolutely. Absolutely. Ranger Bravo, he's always open to hearing from you. Always. Always. Now, I'm not just saying that because my name is Christian, but a lot of people, when they first meet me, a lot of people when they first meet me, they make the joke of, oh, you are a Christian who is named Christian? Yes. Yes, I am. And I mean, it's the truth. God is always open to hearing from you. In fact, he kind of really anticipates it. He would love to. Would love to. It would probably make his day. Not that time means the same. That's not the point of the conversation. You know what I mean. He absolutely would love to hear from you. Give it a shot. Nice. We'll probably put one back here. And then we'll be good. All right. Yeah, but sorry to continue on this point, Ranger, if this isn't necessarily something you want to hear, but I do think it's important to hark on the or to continue rather on the point that that Al made. As it says in Matthew, Jesus said, "Come to me, all who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest." If you are really struggling with something, there is literally no downside to talking to God about it. Literally none at all. There's literally no no negatives to it. Give it a shot. Give it a shot. If not, you know, no worries. We're definitely still here for you. All right. Now we're gonna need to set up some seating, but we'll take care of the seating in a second. I want to get this bathroom handled and out of the way first. Okay, how are we gonna go with this? We are going to place toilet on this side. We'll place the urinal over here. And definitely drop it a few here. Wonderful. We could go a couple toilets, couldn't we? Okay, you know, I gotta say, not to make you feel bad about what you just shared there. That is not what I expected to turn to my left and to read, Ranger. That absolutely sucks. That absolutely sucks, and I'm very sorry that that happened to you. She sounds like she's probably not the best person in the world. That really does suck. I'm really sorry about that. All right, we need a sink and, you know, all the stuff that comes with the sink. Yeah, seriously, man, that does suck. All right. And the hand towel. All right, I think that's good for the bathroom. Yeah, that'll do just fine. We'll put the roof on after I figure out what else we're doing here. We are just about halfway through for the day. Just about halfway through. All right. We're gonna get yeah, a couple couches probably. Yeah, we'll place a couple of these guys. Maybe over. Oh man, apologies there. I hope I didn't make anyone else yawn. It always sucks when that happens. The greatest contagion. And Ranger, as much as I'm glad that you've got the right spirit about it. I do hope that that your substitution for all of the pain that you're handling right now does not become, hey, I'm going to just self-medicate with pornographic material and stuff of the sort. That is not healthy. That is just as extremely unhealthy to do. I can't really find the right terminology for it. I understand the sentiment, but as someone who has struggled with that addiction for a significant portion of my life, it is not a healthy way to self-medicate. Okay, well, good. I'm glad that you do. I'm glad that you do. All right, let's see. So here's the question. Do I want to set up a bunch of tables up here and chairs, or do I want to put some couches and some coffee tables in between? Which would look better for this space? I'm kind of leaning towards the couch coffee table setup here, but I don't know for sure. I do not know for sure. Both of them are pretty appealing, and both of them would serve the purposes we've got here. But I don't have room to do both. I could have one pair of couches and one table with chairs around it, or I could have multiple sets of either. But I can't really do both. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Which would you prefer to see? While I get an answer to that, I'm going to work on the ceiling here, or the roof section. We're going to go Snappy Builds, Shell Kit. We're going to use. I really enjoyed the commercial. The commercial roof pieces we had here. I really enjoyed these. These are really cool bits. If I could find a Theme 3 section for it, that would be nice. No? Okay. And we'll go with, I'll go with this. There we go. Is this technically 4 floors high? Yes. But it's there's only 3 floors of actual walking space. So no, I didn't break the rules that I arbitrarily decided existed. I have yet to break them. What we will do. Oh, where'd I put it? Here it is. We will include the height increase in our ceiling for this guy here. We need to put in a couple of walls, but we'll include it. All right. Well, let's see. Just went ahead and read your message there, Ranger. Just went ahead and read that. I mean that I'm sure that does help. I don't really have much experience with that, but I'm sure that is a boon in this case. As sucky as this case is, I'm sure that is helpful. All right, we've got some more roof things we'll have to do up here at some point. But for now, let's actually just get the roof placed. To be fair, Ranger, I don't think any man really understands women. I don't think that's something that we really have we really have access to. I don't think that's possible. I think that's probably part of the process, all things considered. But I understand the concern. Ooh, are we finally out of the reach of this RX-12 unit over here? That's wild. We actually made it out. All right. Well, I'll go and handle that later. I want to get this placed first. Interesting that light works, though. Don't know how that works, but it does, for some reason. Very strange that the light bulbs won't work, but everything else will. Very strange. Well, to solve that issue, we'll go ahead and we'll just set up a small thing up here. Oh, I used a cycling light. That's what my problem was. That's exactly what the problem is, isn't it? That's exactly what the problem was. Ceiling light, and I used cycling light instead. All right, cool. Doesn't need to be exactly center. What matters is that it works. Okay. Oh, that is plenty of light for this space. And we can build the bookshelves up even higher. Yeah, Ranger, I would generally agree. Although I probably, I don't know how big you are into Brandon Sanderson novels, but I would probably say something along the lines of women are like if Brandon Sanderson is writing a magic system in a fantasy novel. They are exceedingly complex, really great when you understand them, but otherwise completely become a complete mystery. Alright, that does look pretty cool. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with the couches. I think we're gonna go with the couches, really. All right, we got the couch almost in order here. Beautiful. Yeah, we're going with these with the couches. Very comfortable, these couches. Very comfortable. All right, next we need some coffee tables. We'll use, I really do like the design of, here we go. I like these coffee tables. These look pretty cool. They're pretty neat. We want, yeah, x minus 10, 20, 30. And then we want y 256, I think. That's it? Yeah, that's it. Awesome. Awesome. All right, cool. It's not going to be super easy to walk around. No, of course not. But this is a set piece. This is a set piece. We'll put a coffee machine up here and a water cooler. And then what else are we going to do? We're going to put, you know, some stacks of books, probably. Not like there's a whole lot else to do. It is a library. It is a library here. Yeah, okay. There we go. We'll go with a couple books over there. We'll have one kind of sitting center. And over here we'll have a copy of Public Occurrences, which I should place a copy of Public Occurrences downstairs on the librarian's desk. Absolutely should do that. I don't want to forget, so let's take care of it now. Ugh. Damn you, courthouse. There we go. I guess we're just doomed to looking in this direction while we move up the stairs if I don't want to lag. Okay. Yeah, we'll put an ashtray in. Why not? Why not? But it's a library, yes. Yes, but it is also the futuristic 1950s. Doesn't matter if it's a library, people will smoke here. Yeah, I won't worry about placing other stuff there. And we always go with the overdue books because at least it looks like they can probably be read as opposed to the ruined ones. They're called ruined after all. Tarnished even, for those of you who have been playing Elden Ring now that the DLC is out. Not really a series I ever got into, but rage bait games aren't my thing. As much as I've been assured it's a great game, and I've watched a lot of gameplay. I think it's a pretty interesting game. It's not my cup of tea. Now we've got just a few more things to place over on this wall and we'll be done with the library. We will not have time to complete the restaurant, sadly. But maybe what that means is we do a little bit of landscaping and beautification instead. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. Yeah, that'll be nice. Okay, Homemaker, furniture, surfaces, counters, and cabinets. There we go. Our design language requires that these be our countertops in most workplaces. Especially if we're doing kitchenettes or coffee machines, stuff like that. Oh, come on, we're close. Probably about as close as I'll be able to make it right now. Alright, then we're gonna go decorations, miscellaneous business. Grab one of these guys. Place them up top here. All right, and back. There we go. Yeah, coffee cups. We'll place a few. We'll place a few, but we're getting close to being done with this here. I also need to go ahead and put a thermostat somewhere. I always forget to do that. But unlike Europe, which is currently, or was last I checked, very upset about the existence of air conditioning is a necessary and common thing in the United States. So of course they're going to fix the air conditioning units. How amazing it will be for the Wastelanders to have air conditioning again. Oh, it'll be so nice. That would be such a hilarious improvement to their situation. Completely unprecedented. Dinnerware, coffee cups. Here we go. All right. All right, 3 more. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. I think that's good. That's pretty good for this space. What else could I put in here that we have access to? Homemaker, decorations, warehouse supplies. What do we have in here? Do we have a ladder in here, maybe? We don't have, like, a mod that adds traversable ladders, but maybe we have something that we could use. Who knows? There we go. We've got a step ladder. I'm not going to make the joke. Not going to say it. I know we're all thinking it. I'm not going to say it. Oh yeah, no, I'm not gonna say it. It's on the top of everyone's mind, but it's not happening. Alright, great. We got a couple ladders there. Do we have room for a ladder upstairs? We'll see. We'll see. We should, but I don't know if we do. I mean, yeah, I could place one up against this wall. Wouldn't be half bad. Alright, cool. Cool. That is all good. I don't know how someone's gonna reach that top shelf, but that's not my problem. That is not my problem. Alright, very happy with the library. I'm trying to think, what kinds of detailing could I do on the exterior to make it not boring? Because it's a little boring. I've got a couple things I need to do here. Shell kit. We need commercial 4. And we need the roof corners. Yes. One of these guys. I mean, 4 of these guys, but you know what I mean. Well, Al, it's probably not a bad thing that it took you a while to get it. To be completely honest, probably not a bad thing. Funny, but not a bad thing by any means. And one more. Beautiful. Okay, but there's got to be some kind of detailing I can do here to make this not a very boring exterior. Ooh, yes. What was used here? This was Faneuil Hall wall parts. That's right. That's right. I can use some of those. Oh, okay. Can I place one in the center, maybe? No? Okay, that's fair. Oh, hello. There we go. Yeah, I like that a little bit more. Alright, cool. We'll do the same on the other side. Although these ones are all uniform, of course. Do I want to place that one? Oh man, that one actually works perfectly. Okay, good. Good. All right, yeah, I like that. That certainly adds to the design. It's not just flat. It's not just flat there. That is pretty helpful. Okay, cool. Well, I can put up a sign here. I can put some neon lettering that says library, and then we can spend the last 50 minutes doing some we can spend the last 50 minutes doing some landscaping. That would be nice. That would be very nice. All right, decorations. We need, where is it? Signs. Neon. And what color do I want to use here? White would probably bounce best off of the dark brick here. But what else could we use? We don't use purple for much, but I don't think purple works well with this brick palette. We'll keep it simple. If I find something later that I want to change it out with, I will, but we'll keep it simple and just use white for now. All right, that'll do for now. I'm reading the messages here. I enjoy the Bible verse. Thank you. That's always nice to see more Bible verses there. And I think it would be funny to name it John Library, you know, like John Halo, or of course the protagonist of Fallout 4, John Fallout. That would be funny. I'll take it into consideration for sure. I like the idea of giving the library a biblical name. That's really cool. I'll think of something, but I'll keep that in mind. And if I end up using it or iterating off of it, I'll definitely go ahead and make sure to. Sorry, I'll make sure to give you guys credit for that, because that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, cool. Got the library taken care of. Let's do some landscaping. Let's do a bit of landscaping. I think the easiest bit of landscaping for me is probably going to be along this section here. Generally surrounding the public occurrences building is probably going to be the easiest for me to landscape. So we'll start with that. Start with a row of shrubs lining the side. Oh, come on. So close. Just get it in line. There we go. Cool. We'll go ahead and finish up that row back this way, and then I'll work on the other side there. That is how you spell apostle, yes. That is how you spell apostle. I would probably go, given that this is Boston, and the greater Boston area, and Boston has a very, very large Catholic community, I would probably go with St. John's Library, something like that, if I were to use it. Yeah. I do, of course, need to. I need to add a name for the chapel or the church we've got in town as well. Which I think, given some recent Catholic news that was released, and I found very interesting, the Pope has gone ahead and decided that the first millennial saint. Who is currently the Blessed Carlo Acutis. He will be canonized as a saint during this upcoming jubilee, which will be very cool. He'll be the first millennial saint, and more importantly, he will be the patron saint of video games, because that was his big thing. The patron saint of video games, which will be really, really cool. but I do think that that the library being a biblical reference would be a great idea. If it were to be John, it is tradition, and from all of the textual evidence that we have regarding the book of the Gospel of John, it is very likely that John was the Apostle John is the same. The Apostle John who wrote the Gospel of John is very likely the same John who wrote Revelations, which would be another amazing Fallout tie-in. I am the Alpha and the Omega, all of that, as beautifully read by Liam Neeson. All right, I like the shrubbery line we've got here. We've got a little bit more shrubbery we can place on this side, but we've got some other things we should probably place besides just shrubbery. All right, what else do I want to place in here? I don't want to place any trees too close to the building because, well, I don't want the branches sticking in and causing some trouble over there. We almost had trouble with that a couple times at the castle. That would not have been ideal. So instead, what else can I place in here? What else do we have here that would look nice? Can't be something that's... Ooh, yeah, rosebush. I like that. That looks really cool. Is causing trouble for this guy. Why don't you want to be placed down? Oh, you're not even trying to fit into the area. Okay. Well, in that case, never mind. That's very strange. What else do I want to place here? I mean, if we can place anything here, I'll place some shrubs, sure. It seems like having a little bit of placement trouble, though. Are we? Looks okay so far. Alright, nice. That'll do. That'll do. That'll do for that section. Now, we don't have a ton of room up front of some of these store sections here, so we can't do a lot with that. But with these buildings back here, I tried to give myself plenty of room to still add some greenery, so that it's not just mundane dirt all the way across, you know? It wouldn't be great if that were the case. All right, nice. Can I fit one back here? No, but I can if I do this fun little trick. Okay, we won't worry too much about this section because I still have some checkpoints I need to build, so I won't worry about that. But back there, back behind the town hall, we've got a city park we'll still need to probably dedicate an episode to building, but a lot of time, regardless of what we do with it. That will take a lot of time to work with. Okay, because for whatever reason our rose bushes don't want to work, we will go with some of these guys again. Oh boy, Radstorm's wonderful. I can already see the green coming in. There we go. And really this does just help us clear up well, not clear up, it really helps us use up a lot of just empty void space that we otherwise wouldn't have much of a use for. Alright, I won't worry about that back section over there. Alright, let's see. What else? We've got a little bit more room here. Can I fit two? I can fit at least one, but maybe we can fit two. Yeah, nice. Nice. Okay, cool. Cool. I'm enjoying the green. The fact that we're getting some more green. It's very, very nice. Let's see. Ooh, yes, this section over here. All right, same process. Same process. We'll work with this. Thank you guys for watching. I feel like I haven't been as interesting today as I ought to be after doing this for as long as I have. But I'm glad you guys are still interested in watching me place a bunch of shrubs. Thank you very much. That means the world. All right. All right, let's get this this section over here out of the way first. This is gonna drive me crazy later. All right, wonderful. All right. We'll do something with this back edge. Otherwise, it does kind of look out of place with just the dirt section. Come on. We're so close. Just get it done. All right. Where are we on our clock here? Okay, about half an hour. We've got time. All right, cool. Oh man, that already helps it look so much better. Just the little touches, you know? Just the little touches. All right, beautiful. We'll do the same up here probably. I'll leave them a short path in the back. Yeah, in the back over here. Just because that's how I already set up the sidewalk pieces. But beyond, ooh, there was some screen tearing. Ouch, ouch. That was really harsh. There's some harsh screen tearing. Oh boy. There we go, that's better. Awesome. Awesome. Oh man, it's looking better already. Okay, I know I said that I want to keep this section over here as a bit of a park. Want to leave it, you know, largely untouched up there. Other than having the church, I considered for a moment putting you know, some other buildings up here. Maybe having up here be where the medical center is, and I ended up putting it right there. But we'll see. We'll see. I have yet to decide exactly what I want to do with that space, other than that I do want it to be a park in some context. There we go. All right, cool. Cool. Okay, I think this is coming along pretty well. Pretty well. We've got some more round dudes to place in here. Although, given the proximity to everything, I will also go ahead and split this up with some tree space, just shorter trees. Let's go and place down all the things that we can before I go and do that. Oh, geez, what happened here? Okay. Okay, well, yeah, we've got some room in the center here for some trees, and then we'll also figure out what we'll do over here for trees. All right, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Cool, then we'll take you, and you, and we'll put trees in between those sections there. We'll put a couple trees in here. And that'll be good for the space. That'll be really nice for the space. Okay, cool. Cool. Now, which trees will we place? Ooh, we could place these. I've not done anything with these before. Yeah. Yeah, we'll place these guys. I like it. I think what we will do, in fact, is we will remove you. Move you a little closer to the center there. We'll place a tree in the middle there, but we'll finish placing these evergreen bushes first. We got 2 smaller trees there and there. 1 smaller tree over here. Okay, now which trees are we placing? Not placing you. Definitely too big. I like the idea of placing one of these guys. One of these shorter guys here. But is this... Okay, no, different shape than the other maple trees that we've placed so far. If I were to place you, where is the distribution of leaves going? Alright, that's pretty good. That's pretty solid. We'll do the same over here. Alright, cool. Cool. Well, that looks awesome. Looks awesome. Very happy with all the green spaces that we've made. I don't like the term green spaces because it you know, it makes me think of very crunchy granola mindsets. But the practicality of spaces that people would call green spaces, I like that. I like that a lot. Very traditional. I like it. Okay. Cool. Well, what else are we going to work on here? What else do we have? We've only got 40... well, I mean, we've only got... what would that be? Not even 18... Yeah, we've got 17 minutes and 5 seconds left. And, well, 17 minutes, you know, before we hit the 3-hour mark. But that's approximately when we need to end for the day. So, because I don't want to get started on the... I don't want to get started on the restaurant. I would rather save that for a full episode, because I can imagine it would take up at least an episode's worth of time. What else are we going to do? What else are we going to do? What do we have the time to do? Not much. Not much. As much as I'd like to, we don't have a ton of time to do a ton of stuff. We can place a nice big tree here, because this is a park space. We're going to place a fat tree in this zone, that's for sure. Whoa. All right. House that's not supposed to be here. Nice to see you too. Yeah, one of the nice big elm trees. Awesome. I don't want your branches to go ahead and fall on the church. So how am I going to fix that? That'll do. Man, I love that. I love the colors on that tree. Oh man, that's so good. Okay. Yeah, yeah, that's staying. That's definitely staying. You know, we've got one branch over here that's probably a little bit much. But It's not a heavy enough branch that would do any damage to the church itself, as you can see. Nice. Nice. Ah, that's beautiful. I like the yellows on that, but I like the reddish orange a bit more, don't I? Then more elm tree stuff. All right, cool. Cool. Okay. Yeah, this looks great. This is going to be it's going to be hell on my recording software when I have to go and make the tour for this, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to work on, that's for sure. Oh, look at that screen tear. Ooh, man, was that bad. Ah, but it'll be worth it. It'll certainly be worth it. Will certainly be worth it when it's when it's all said and done. Got some more green space over here we can work with, so let's we want that, and we want some of these. Yeah, we'll make a small green space enclosure. And instead of the round guys, we'll place a couple of these nice evergreens. Okay. There we go. All right, what else? What other room do we have? A little bit of room here on this edge. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll green it up. We've got the time. Might as well green up at least this front section. Then we'll figure out what to do over here. We still need a checkpoint for this. It'll have to be a large checkpoint because it's got 2 gates to cover. So we'll see. We'll see, but at least this front edge we can green this guy up. All right. Yeah, this whole section back here, we're gonna have to figure out where our checkpoint's gonna be. That's probably gonna be an episode in and of itself, just building a bunch of the settlement, the gate checkpoints. That will be probably a whole episode on its own. So I think the way we're gonna do this is we're gonna have this center section be both checkpoints here, which means over here this can be another green space. Certainly helps to centralize everything if I just use that one section. All right, 1, 2, 3, 6, 9. We'll go ahead and pull you back because I want to create at least some kind of opening here for NPCs to get in and out of this space. That would be nice. Yeah, there will be an opening there for NPCs to get in and out, and if I can, if we've got the room, I'll put some more greenery up here. Oh, very close. Hold on. I can get this. And nice. Come on, there we go. Nice. All right. A little bit of an edge there. I'm not going to even try to do that with with this side up against the library building. Not even going to try. I don't want that to phase into the actual library itself. Now, while we're in here, we'll place a couple smaller trees. Why not? Ugh. Yes. Yes, awesome. And then we'll place a couple of the evergreen shrubs. That's centered. That's as close to centered as I can get it, that's for sure. Awesome. Awesome. That'll be a nice little space. Oh. So much lag. Too much lag. Too much. It's just too much, guys. Just too much sometimes. Alright. We've got more green we can place over here. Ooh, yeah. A perfect space for a shrub line. Perfect space for one of these. You kidding me? That's awesome. All right, and great space over here as well. We're coming up close now. We are just about done with the stream for the day. I just want to make sure I can get the last little bits of these details taken care of, because it certainly helps cut down on the total need of all the other stuff I'll have to do later. Yes, okay. One more over here. Ooh, what a screen tear. What a screen tear, man. Ouch. Ouch, that was a tough one. That was a tough one. But it makes sense. The courthouse is right here. Of course the screen would tear. All right. I think that's good. Ooh, no, we've got a little bit we can do over here. Let's take care of this, you know? Let's just get it out of the way. Why not? We're already here. We're already doing it. Why not take care of it, you know? Why not? All right. Please. Oh, come on. There you go. We got you. Place one of you on this side. And then in the center, place an evergreen. Beautiful. Beautiful. We've got plenty more we need to do over here, but we'll save that for a stream or a part of another stream later. Don't want to really do anything with this section. And the graveyard is not going to be, you know, built up with all this overgrowth. We're not going to have a ton of shrubbery and trees in here. Yeah, because all this stuff would have been recently, you know, this would have been all re-excavated and recently placed back. Everything of the sort. So, yeah, not going to worry too much about that. What else? What else? We've got some stuff up here, but I think we'll save this section for when we end up working on the park. Both parks, actually. Yeah, we'll save this for that. That'll be nice. We need a little bit of this section over here to be used as part of the checkpoint. That's what it is. We need part of that section to be used for the checkpoint. But over here, all right, I know we are definitely over time. However, I'd like to get this out of the way. Not perfect, but does it need to be? Not really. No, it wouldn't look natural otherwise. We'll put some of the round guys back here, if we can fit them. We should be able to, right? Ah, I see the problem. Okay, in that case, bunch of the evergreens. All right, cool. That's it. We're done for the day. We're done for the day. I'll leave the rest of this for another time. Let's grab a screenshot. Yeah. We're gonna save a quick save just in case. Gonna run over here, grab ourselves a nice screenshot of the place. Now, if I want, oh, hello. What happened to you? There we go. Okay. Now, if I want the sunlight to hit the actual library sign itself, then I'll have to set it to 7 in the morning. Yeah, I think that's about it. And I realized I need to put in the door for the bathroom and the front door here, don't I? Okay, well, a quick save here. I'll take care of this stuff off stream. Just you know, give myself a few minutes break. Thank you all so much for watching. This has been a lot of fun for me. I'm glad that I've been able to keep you guys interested, hopefully, over the last 49 episodes. This is episode 49. We are almost at 50 episodes, which is wild to think about. 50 episodes, 150 hours. Ugh. I don't know how anyone watches me for 150 hours. Thank you for doing so. I just don't know how you do it. I can barely watch myself for 150 hours, but it does mean the world. So thank you. If you've enjoyed watching live, consider following me here on Kick if you're not already. And if you want to watch the rest of this series, which again, almost 150 hours of content, you can do so on my VODs channel on YouTube, CN Games on YouTube, or youtube.com/@CN_games. You will, if you are watching on the VODs channel, thank you. Consider leaving a like, commenting, and subscribing. And check the description. Check the description to find links to, of course, this Kick channel, which you can follow, my social medias, my Twitter, where you can go ahead and follow me over there if you want some manual notifications as to every time I'm about to go live. But the general schedule is approximately 4:30 Central every Monday. Every Monday through Saturday. Other than that, you can also follow. If you are subscribed to me on the VODs channel, you'll be able to get manual community updates over there. So make sure you turn on all your notifications for the channel. You will also find linked in the description my other YouTube channels, my main channel, which is just my name, as well as my third channel, which finally has one video on it. And the video has over 100 views already, which it hasn't been a week. But and there's only 6 subscribers on that channel, so I'm kind of happy about the 100 views over there. It means someone's appreciating it. And if any of you who have seen that video are watching this, thank you very much for watching that. I noticed I made a mistake in a name. I said Paul Dini when I meant to say Bruce Timm for a section, so I just cut out the section where I said Paul Dini. The video flows fine regardless, but yeah. Thank you to YouTube user Christian_S for finding that error. If you're watching this, thank you very much. That means the world to me that you would go ahead and let me know the problem. Otherwise, that issue would have just stayed out there and I would have looked really stupid. So thank you. And if you haven't seen that video and you're interested in hearing me talk about, you know, things that interest me that I don't want to put a ton of editing into, but also don't want to spend 3 hours rambling about, that's what that channel's for. Once again, CN Speaks, youtube.com/@CN_speaks. If you're subscribed to the VODs channel, all the other channels will be linked in the description. Not in the description, will be linked on the homepage under the other channels section. Yeah. That's one more thing. If you are already down there in the description, you will find the list of the 54 settlement mods that I'm currently using. I don't know exactly how to fix any compatibility issues any of those might have. For me, they don't have compatibility issues. However, I put this mod list together 2 years ago. So I don't remember any compatibility issues that they would have had initially. I suggest looking for resources online that might be able to help you with any of those compatibility issues. Maybe another mod that renames or renumbers certain things, or obviously check the what is it? It's if you're using the game on PC through Steam, what's the function called? Verify. There we go. Verify the Steam files. Go ahead and do that if you haven't already. Although that may try to make you update to yeah, that, never mind, that would try to get you to update to the next gen update, so don't do that. That was a mistake. In the description you will also find links to ways you can support me monetarily if you feel like doing so. I'm not going to sit here and beg you to do so, but you understand how money works. You guys are very smart individuals. I'm sure you understand the way money works. If I have money, I can afford to spend more money and time doing all this kind of stuff for you guys. Certainly be able to spend more than just 3 hours a day, 6 days a week working on this. It would also allow me to put more time and effort into the video essays and documentary style content that I'm working on. I'm working on one right now about a place I used to work and talking about the internal workings of a lot of similar places to a place I used to work, because it's kind of an important video, and I was done very dirty, and I want to make sure that other people who might be in a similar situation to me are not done dirty by this company or similar companies. But that's for later. With all that out of the way, let me just say one more time, thank you all so much for watching. It means the world to me that you would do so, and I will see you guys tomorrow, where we continue this with a restaurant build and maybe some other stuff, but at least a restaurant build. All right, I'll see you guys then. Approximately the same bat time, definitely the same bat channel. Have a good one.